My sister called my son a bastard at every family gathering, so I made sure she would never open her mouth again. I'm Lucia, 32 years old, a single mother to Matteo, my 5-year-old son. Matteo's father disappeared when he learned about the pregnancy. He never came back, never paid child support. I raised Matteo alone, working as an administrative assistant, earning $38,000 a year. It was enough for us. My sister, Elena, is 35, married to Eric. They have 2 children, 8-year-old David and 6-year-old Isabella. She's a marketing executive earning $95,000. The perfect life. For 5 years, Elena tortured me. "How's the little bastard?" she would ask at every family gathering. "Don't call him that," I'd plead. "Why not? It's technically correct. He was born out of wedlock. It's the truth. He's the son of the terrible decision you made. My family never intervened." "Elena's just joking. Don't be so sensitive, Lucia." But they weren't jokes, they were attacks. On Matteo's 3rd birthday, Elena arrived without a gift. "Sorry, I forgot to buy something for the bastard." At Christmas, she'd say, "David and Isabella have a father who loves them. Matteo only has a desperate mother." At Thanksgiving, Elena brought a family photo. "A complete family," she announced, "not like some of the broken families here," looking directly at me. I begged my parents to intervene. "Please, talk to Elena. This is hurting Matteo. Elena is just direct. That's how she is. She's cruel. Don't start drama, Lucia. Just keep the family peace." I endured it for 5 years for the sake of family peace. Until that one gathering when Matteo was 5 years old. It was a family Sunday at my parents' house. Elena arrived with her perfect family. Matteo was playing with David and Isabella in the garden, building with blocks. Elena watched them. "Look at the bastard playing. I wonder if he knows his father didn't want him." "Elena, stop." "Why? It's true." His father took one look at Lucia and ran. My mother intervened weakly. "Elena, maybe you shouldn't." "Shouldn't what?" "Tell the truth." Just then, Matteo ran in with flowers from the garden for me. "Mommy, flowers for you." "Thank you, sweetie." Elena looked down at Matteo. "Do you know what you are, Matteo?" "Elena, don't. You're a bastard, because your daddy didn't marry your mommy, and he never will." Matteo looked at me, confused. "What's a bastard?" "Nothing, honey. Go play." Elena continued, "It's someone without a real father, like you." Matteo's eyes filled with tears, and he started to cry. He ran to me. "Why did she say that, Mommy?" Elena laughed. "Because it's true. And the sooner you accept it, the better." Something inside me snapped. "Get out of this house." "What did you say?" "Get out." "You can't kick me out, this isn't your house." I looked at my parents. "Are you going to let her continue insulting your grandson?" My father hesitated. "Lucia, calm down." "No, not anymore. For 5 years, I have put up with Elena calling my son a bastard. It's over." "You're overreacting," my mother said. "Overreacting?" She just deliberately made a 5-year-old child cry. Elena stood up. "Matteo needs to know the truth, that his mother made terrible decisions. And you need to know that your perfect life is a lie, but we'll get to that later." "What does that mean?" "It means I'm going to investigate you. I'm going to find your secrets and expose them, just like you expose mine." Elena laughed. "I have no secrets. My life is an open book. Everyone has secrets, Elena. And I will find yours." I took Matteo by the hand. "We're leaving. And we won't be back until Elena gives a public apology. That will never happen. Then you will never see us again. I walked out with Matteo, who was sobbing. Why is Aunt Elena so mean, Mommy? Because she has a small heart, honey. But Mommy is going to fix it. And I did, in ways Elena never could have imagined. That night, I started digging. Social media, mutual contacts, friends who worked near Elena. It took 2 weeks, but I found 2 devastating secrets. First, Eric, Elena's perfect husband, was having an emotional affair with his 24-year-old assistant, Mariana. Constant messages, frequent dinners, nothing physical yet, but on the verge. Second, Elena had made a catastrophic mistake at work months ago, a marketing campaign that cost her company $2 million. She had blamed a subordinate, who was then fired. Elena had covered up her responsibility. I had evidence of both, screenshots, testimonies, documents. And Christmas was approaching. The big family gathering, the perfect moment to make sure Elena would never open her mouth again. Christmas dinner was held at my parents' house, as was tradition. Extended family, aunts, uncles, cousins, grandparents. Elena arrived, radiant in an expensive red dress, Eric by her side. David and Isabella were perfectly dressed. Family, she announced, we have news. Eric has been promoted to vice president. There was applause and congratulations. And I just closed a huge deal at work. A $50,000 commission. More applause. I arrived with Matteo, simply, with no fanfare. Elena glanced at me. Oh, Lucia. I didn't know you'd be coming after your little drama last time. I wouldn't miss it for the world. During dinner, Elena continued to show off. Our children are in private school now, the best in the city. How wonderful, my aunt said. Yes. Unlike some children who have to go to public school, she said, looking at me. I waited until after dinner, when everyone was relaxing in the living room. Family, I have something to share, I announced. What is it? My mother asked. Some interesting information about Elena, since she loves sharing so much about me. Elena's face went pale. What are you talking about? I'm talking about secrets, the kind you so enjoy exposing. I don't have any secrets. No. What about Eric and Mariana? Total silence. Eric stood up. What? Your assistant, Mariana. The 24-year-old you've been texting, having private dinners with, sharing emotional intimacies with. Isn't that right? I pulled out my phone and showed the screenshots. These messages suggest otherwise. I can't stop thinking about you. My wife doesn't understand me like you do. When can we be alone again? Elena snatched my phone, her face turning from white to red as she read. Eric, what is this? I can explain. You can explain. It's not physical, we just talk. You just talk. You're telling her your wife doesn't understand you. Elena, calm down. Don't you tell me to calm down. My father intervened. Lucia, this is inappropriate for Christmas. Inappropriate? Like calling a 5-year-old a bastard? No one answered. But there's more, I continued. Elena, do you want to tell them about the mistake at work? I don't know what you're talking about. The campaign that cost your company $2 million 6 months ago. You said it was Mark's fault, your subordinate. But it wasn't. It was yours, and you covered it up. You let Mark get fired for your mistake. How do you know that? Mark is a friend of mine. He told me everything, with evidence. Emails where you approved the strategy, documents with your signature. That's a lie. Then you won't mind if I forward this information to your boss, with a copy to Human Resources. You can't do that. Why not? You've been publicly exposing my mistakes for 5 years. Now it's your turn. Elena started to sob. This is cruel revenge. This is justice. Finally. Eric grabbed his children. We're leaving now. Eric, wait. No, I need time. Away from you. To think. They left. Elena ran after them. Eric, please. The family was left in shocked silence, staring at me. How could you? My mother asked. How could I what? Defend my son after 5 years of abuse? You've ruined Christmas. Elena ruined 5 years of family gatherings. This is just one. My uncle spoke up. Lucia's right. Elena has been cruel for years. None of us ever stopped her. Because keeping the peace was more important, I said bitterly. But that peace was a fake, built on my silence. The days that followed were chaotic. Eric left Elena, at first temporarily, then permanently. I can't trust you, he told her. You covered up a major error at work, and our relationship is broken. Elena's boss also found out, thanks to an anonymous tip I sent. She was fired for unethical conduct and fraud, according to the letter. Elena called me, screaming. You ruined my life. You ruined mine first, for 5 years. I've lost my job. My husband. Everything. You lost what you built on lies. That's not my fault. My children are suffering. And mine suffered for 5 years while you called him a bastard. She hung up, crying. But the revenge had consequences I didn't anticipate, for everyone. Matteo started acting out in school, fighting with other kids, yelling at teachers. What's wrong, sweetie? I asked him. The kids are saying mean things about Aunt Elena, about us. What are they saying? That we're a bad family, that we fight at Christmas. The drama had trickled out through cousins, family friends, and social media. David and Isabella were also suffering, socially excluded. Their parents are getting a divorce. Their mom lost her job. My own job was affected. My boss called me in. Lucia, we've had some complaints about public family drama. What? Elena worked in a related industry. Her firing is causing rumors. Your name is involved. I didn't do anything illegal. But you caused drama that is affecting reputations. Our company values discretion. I wasn't fired, but I received a warning. The family split. Some supported Elena, Lucia went too far. Others supported me, Elena deserved it after years of cruelty. Family gatherings were cancelled. Too much tension. Better to stay apart for now. 3 months after Christmas, I realized it. My revenge had destroyed more than just Elena. It had fractured an entire family, damaged innocent children, and created a cycle of pain. I wondered, was it worth it? 6 months after that explosive Christmas, my life was controlled chaos. Matteo was still having trouble at school, with frequent nightmares and anxiety. Mommy, does Aunt Elena hate us? He would ask. No, sweetie, we're just going through a difficult time. Is it my fault? It was never your fault. But he felt guilty. I could see it in his eyes, a 5-year-old boy carrying the weight of a family war. I also received weekly calls from my mother. You need to fix this with Elena. She needs to apologize first. You both need to give a little. This is destroying the family. The family was already destroyed for the 5 years Elena abused Matteo. Nobody just noticed. That's different. No, it isn't. It was just more convenient for you. Elena was also struggling, according to cousins who kept in touch with both of us. Jobless, living off her savings. Eric was proceeding with the divorce. She's asking for generous alimony, my cousin told me, but Eric has good lawyers. She'll probably get less than she expects. And the kids were confused and sad. David kept asking why his family broke. That hurt me. David and Isabella were as innocent as Matteo. One Saturday, I received a text from Elena. The first direct contact in months. We need to talk. For our children. I agreed to meet her at a neutral cafe, no family. Just us. Elena looked different when she arrived. No elaborate makeup, simple clothes, tired eyes. Thanks for coming. What did you want to talk about? About what happened. About everything. Did you come to apologize? I came to say that we were both wrong. Both of us? Yes. I was cruel for years. There's no excuse for it. I called Matteo horrible things. I hurt him. Go on. But you destroyed my life. Deliberately, for revenge. I exposed truths, just like you did with me. Truths that ruined my marriage, my career, my reputation. Like your insults ruined my son's self-esteem. For 5 years. Elena cried. I know. And I'm sorry. Truly. I was horrible. I was jealous, resentful. Jealous of what? Of you. Of your strength. Raising a child alone, working hard, never complaining. So you tortured me out of jealousy? Yes. It's pathetic, I know. I had everything: the husband, the kids, the career, but you had something I didn't. Authenticity. Real courage. That doesn't justify 5 years of abuse. No, nothing does. That's why I'm asking for your forgiveness. Sincerely. I looked at my broken, repentant sister. I accept your apology. But I don't forget. I understand. I don't expect you to. I also need to apologize for destroying your life so publicly. Do you regret it? I regret the method, not the message. You had to be stopped, but I could have handled it differently. We both lost a lot. Yes. Our children lost the most. Elena nodded. David cries for his dad. Isabella asks why our family is broken. Matteo is probably suffering, too. Nightmares, anxiety, problems at school. So, what do we do? I asked. We make a truce. For them, not for us. What kind of truce? We treat each other civilly at family gatherings, if there ever are any. But we don't pretend we're close. And the insults stop. Completely. If you ever call Matteo a bastard again, I will cut off contact permanently. I won't. Never again. I promise. Good. And I won't expose any more of your secrets. What's left of your private life will remain private. I appreciate that. We agreed to a cold peace. Not a full reconciliation, but an end to the active hostilities. Family gatherings eventually resumed. They were tense at first, but functional. Elena would arrive with David and Isabella, I would arrive with Matteo. We would greet each other politely, nothing more. Matteo was still wary of Elena. Is Aunt Elena going to be mean again? No, honey. She promised to be kind. And she kept her word. When she saw Matteo, she would smile. Hello, Matteo. How are you? Fine, Auntie. Not effusive, but respectful. A year after the explosive Christmas, things stabilized. Elena found a new job, at a lower level than before, earning $55,000 less than half her previous salary. Eric eventually married Mariana. Ironic, isn't it? Elena said bitterly one day. I exposed them, and they still ended up together. Sometimes things don't work out how we plan. Do you regret exposing me? I regret the collateral damage to our children, to the family. But I don't regret defending Matteo. I understand that now. The family learned a lesson, too. My mother finally admitted, we should have stopped Elena years ago. Keeping the peace wasn't worth the cost. No, it wasn't. Can you forgive us? For not protecting Matteo. Eventually. With time. Matteo slowly improved. Therapy helped him understand that Elena's cruelty was not his fault. Mommy, does Aunt Elena like me now? I think she respects you now, which is different, and important. And do you like her? She's my sister, but our relationship has changed. It will never be what it was before. It's okay for it to be different. Yes, honey. It's completely okay. I'm Lucia. I'm 33 years old, a single mother working hard. For 5 years, my sister Elena called my son a bastard. She humiliated him publicly without consequence. Finally, I snapped. I investigated her secrets. I exposed her emotional infidelity and work fraud at a family Christmas. Elena lost everything: her husband, her job, her reputation. But the revenge came at a price. Our children suffered. The family fractured. I faced consequences at work. A year later, Elena and I have a cold truce. Not friendship, but a functional peace. Was it worth it? Partially. Matteo is no longer suffering abuse. Elena learned that cruelty has consequences. The family learned that a false peace built on silence is toxic. But we all paid a high price. I learned that standing up for yourself is right, but destructive revenge has a cost that affects the innocent. If I could go back, I would confront Elena differently sooner, more directly, without waiting 5 years to explode. But I can't change the past. I can only build a better future, one where Matteo will grow up knowing he deserves respect, that his mother will always defend him, but also that revenge is not always the answer. Elena and I will never be close again, but we can coexist for our children. That's the best resolution we can have.